Camp Kendall, a 160-acre oasis in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. A rustic retreat for kids with cancer and their families, and home to the first ever High Hopes Challenge. Summer camp is a place where a kid can be a kid. Carefree afternoons experiencing the simple pleasures of the great outdoors. For some campers, though, escaping the real world has a special significance. In Alberta alone, over 1,800 kids suffer from childhood cancers. And thanks to the Kids Cancer Care Foundation of Alberta, they have the opportunity to take a break from their struggles and enjoy life.
It's giving them the opportunity, first of all, to be kids again, and to give them back a piece of childhood that childhood cancer has tried to take away from them.
That wasn't always the case.
My son Derek was diagnosed with a brain tumor on Christmas Eve 1986, and at that time in Alberta's history there were no programs or services and very little research for children with cancer. And when you're right in the middle of that kind of hell, you realize that you have to do something to change it.
In 1994, Christine McIver founded the Kids Cancer Camps of Alberta. 17 years later, the KCCFA is dedicated to helping young people affected by cancer survive and thrive in body, mind, and spirit. That goal took a major step forward 2 years ago with the purchase of Camp Kendall.
So this is where Skit Night happens. It's always been a dream to own our own camp. Yeah, this is pretty cool, isn't it? This is the climbing wall. Today we own Camp Kendall, and it really is the crown jewel in our accomplishments. It is the place where healing begins, and that's their healing of their mind and their spirit.
It's very exciting. You can't wait to get off the bus, and once you see your friends, you just run up and hug them and stuff, and it's very, very awesome.
I didn't know what to think, so just hooray, what to do. When I got back, I couldn't wait to go again. It was just fabulous. You don't have to worry about life. Most of the time when you're in the city, you're also tense about, oh, did I forget my meds? Is my meds here? But they actually have a whole little nurse's cabin. So they take care of your meds and everything. So you don't have to worry about it.
I think the thing that makes it most special is the people you're with. Because all these kids, in normal life, they're the kid with cancer, but at camp, they're just another kid.
I thought that I was the weirdest kid in school because I had cancer, and people kept calling me Cancer Kid.
Some of them just don't understand on how close things were for people like me. I had a few hours to live, but they found a liver match for me, and I lived.
It's pretty quiet.
Friends you might make in school, they may not understand your experience, but friends that you make in camp completely understand. So you can just be a lot more comfortable with them.
At camp, you can talk about the cancer treatment you've been through. You can talk about the tough times you've had. You can talk about being in the hospital.
They are like your best friends. Sometimes it takes a really long time to get a best friend in your school or something, but as soon as you arrive at camp, everyone's going through the same thing. Everyone they accept you, they don't judge you.
So I felt like I belong at this place. So I just forgot about those kids for a week, and I went back to school, suffered the torture again, and then just went to camp again, and I was happy.
Much like its campers, Camp Kendall is a special place. Not only can kids undergo treatment, including chemotherapy, they can take advantage of world-class facilities, including a climbing wall and a high ropes course with a zip line.
It's frightening but it's exhilarating.
Not only are these activities here for some good old-fashioned fun, they allow campers to achieve something they might not have thought was possible.
You get also an opportunity to chat about things that in regular environments you wouldn't be able to chat to.
We're out here to present them with a new challenge, a physical challenge that they can achieve, that they can get through with the help of their friends. That's probably one of our biggest challenges, is making sure that all of the kids are included in every activity that we do. And even as something as scary and as awesome as this looks, every kid can do it.
In camp, you want everyone to succeed. You really do want people to push their limits and try things they've never tried before, just because you're all really supportive of each other.
This spirit of growth and encouragement provided the genesis for a unique initiative, the High Hopes Challenge.
The High Hopes Challenge is a challenge of corporate Calgary.
10 business leaders, each with a goal of raising $10,000. But the real challenge comes when they are put through the paces at Camp Kendall.
I know them all personally and was not afraid to ask these 10 people that they needed to trust me to get on board and do this.
To guide them on their journey, each challenger is partnered with a kid coach, a young warrior who has battled cancer.
We go through what we think are many stressful occasions on a daily basis. And I think Christine and the foundation thought it would be interesting to try and change those roles a little bit, team us together with childhood cancer survivors who have really gone through some significant challenges and stresses in their lives, and have these kid coaches who are amazing people, each one of them, put us through a number of challenges.
We learn so much from our children, and I've learned a ton from our children. I expect to learn a whole bunch from this experience, especially with these children that have been through so much in their lives already at such a young age.
These kids are very resilient, and they're fighters, and we can learn from that as adults.
The attitude that I've seen so far is that everybody's really positive, and hopefully some of that will rub off on me, and you know, whatever kind of challenges that you have in your life, it all kind of pales in comparison to what these kids have to go through.
These business leaders, they face business challenges every day, but they're not going to face anything on their day-to-day that they'll face on the High Hopes Challenge. I think they're going to have a lot of fun. I think they're going to be terrified at times, but it's going to be terrified for a different reason.
Up next, we meet the teams that will compete in the inaugural High Hopes Challenge.
Come on, one more set, you can do it.
Nice job, buddy.
Yeah.
We're gonna do awesome.